Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody guys, let's take a look again on the euro currency. So as we have mentioned yesterday, situation is more tricky right now here by the impact of the external political factors that make pressure on the euro currency, and that leads to corresponding price action that we see here. So the downward action that we see becomes a bit irrational for a current situation. So although theoretically the bullish scenario has not been erased totally, because actually market stands above these lows and theoretical chances exist, but market has broken through the level where the normal upward reversal should happen if market indeed is bullish. So it makes us to change our overview on the market, and although we do not totally deny the idea of the possible upward action, but currently we can't call you for taking any long position, because even yesterday we said that it brings right now more risk, and you think twice before taking the position here, taking the part in a possible upward action. There was significant struggle around major support that we have discussed yesterday, but still the bears has become stronger and market has dropped through this level. So and in the current situation, actually the road open for both sides, as for bears as for the bulls. But for bulls, we think that it's better currently in the current situation to wait for more bullish confirmation. So although theoretical chances exist, but they are much significantly weaker than yesterday, and to get more confidence for the taking long position, we need to see more bullish signs. But in general, I see in the current price action, as I said, irrational behavior. So this action that we see absolutely doesn't correspond to idea of the reversal of the upward strong action, because when you have the such impulse on the market with a sharp reversal action, with a strong thrusting action and reversal candle as well, you suggest that market should continue. But when it shows very deep retracement, mostly erasing this action, it means that it's really some stable, strong, gradual pressure from the bears exist on the market without any splashes, maybe not without spikes, but just gradual selling, and that pressing on the market that forces gradually turning down again and breaking all this upside potential that we see right now. So that is the reason why we need to consider the downward target as well. So currently, guys, in this week probably I would not look below the 1050 area. So because this is the weekly average sold, daily average sold, and if you remember here, we also previously watched for extension of this butterfly. Currently it's not a butterfly because this bottom is a bit lower than this one, but in general extension shows you the targets also stands that envelops the 1050. Minor ABCD pattern that we have here, ABC top, D pattern also will stand somewhere in this area. So be prepared if breakout will happen, stops will be grabbed, and that will add more fuel to the downward action. So market actually could reach 1050 area very fast. So what we're going to do in the current circumstances. So first of all, take a look at the hourly chart, because on the hourly that was the major picture that we have discussed yesterday. So take a look that OP target that was minor butterfly and minor respect this target has been happened. So that's the confidence support area that we have talked about. So that was an area where we thought about taking long position with the stops below the XOP target. That was our trading plan yesterday. That was minor respect on the OP. Drop lower, market has broken through all the support areas and dropped directly to the XOP. In general, that was not absolutely surprised, because we talked about this. If you remember, this leg is much faster than AB. We have the hand shoulders, and we said, well, be prepared that XOP could be hit. So in this case, either wait for XOP or place stop somewhere below it, because reaching of the XOP is not the invalidation of the situation yet. This is critical moment, but not fatal. And currently, as you can see, market is coiling around the XOP. But the reaction on the XOP in general, well, maybe it's just because market is not open yet. Everybody is going to the trading place, but it's not really very impressive. So lots of spikes down, the attempt to break it down. Here is minor respect. So in the current circumstances, right at the XOP, I would not consider for taking the long position by far. I need to see thrusting action. I need to see real signs of the reversal, some acceleration. Only in this case, it will be at least something that could let us to take the long position. Something on that sort we need. But that is just gradual response, a kind of the gradual ABCD retracement reaction on the XOP target. So, and in the current situation, although these lows are still valid, and that is also regardless steeple to buy, although it's XOP, but it's also regardless steeple to buy pattern, this is not sufficient in the current level for taking a long position. Now, speaking about the bears, if you have the bearish view and you consider taking short position, if this indeed will be kind of the very lazy gradual ABCD reaction on the XOP, that could be an ability for taking the short position actually. It carries not significant risk, so you could place relatively tight stop. And in this case, you will be prepared for a possible breakout. So if market gradually will continue drifting lower, you will have the position in advance of this breakout. Alternatively, it also exists the moment, if you'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, we have pretty nice frost down. And if indeed we will get this ABCD, we could get bread body sell. That will be another opportunity for the bears for taking the short position. So actually that will be just separate trade that could use everybody. And if you will use this bread and butter, you will get two advantages. First of all, you will be possessed for a possible breakout. Second, this will be relatively safe entry. And if market will hit just minor target of the bread and butter 618 retracement, this will be pretty much room for taking stops to the break even. So that's very useful scenario that we could get on today's session. Another scenario is to just place entry stop order below these lows or around these lows. Whilst market starts flirting with these lows, you could try to sell by stop entry order. But well, it's a bit risky, but very often this stuff works because actually that will be already the third test of these lows. And taking into consideration all that we said about this price action here, that it's not correspond to idea of the bullish continuation, in this case it might really work. So that actually our view on the euro today. So for the bulls, we are sitting on the hands and wait. If we will get clear signs of the thrusting action here, that will be able, maybe in this case we make the decision on taking long position in some retracement. For the bears, if this action will be in this manner right to this area, so maybe market will form the bread and butter sell, you could try it for taking the short position, but you should avoid possible thrusting action. So if you will get this rally, very fast acceleration, don't be short. So it could mean that indeed the bullish scenario is still valid and upward action here could start. So that's all for today. Let's see what the progress we will get.